Have you ever finished a perfectly normal meal only to feel like your stomach is suddenly twice its size? That tight, heavy, or swollen feeling, even when you haven't eaten anything unusual, it can be incredibly frustrating. Many people experience this every single day, often thinking it's just a normal part of their digestion or aging. But I'm here to tell you that frequent bloating is a signal from your body that something isn't quite right. Today, we're going to dive deep into why this happens and, more importantly, the simple fixes that actually work. So, what exactly is bloating? At its core, it's a buildup of excess gas or air in your digestive system. This can happen in the stomach, but it most often occurs further down in the small and large intestines. As the gas accumulates, it exerts pressure on the walls of your gut, causing that feeling of tightness and swelling. Now, gas is a natural byproduct of digestion. Our gut bacteria are constantly working to break down what we eat. During this process, especially when breaking down fiber, these bacteria release gases like hydrogen, methane, and carbon dioxide. In a healthy system, this gas moves through and is expelled easily, but when it gets trapped, the trouble begins. For some, this is linked to irritable bowel syndrome or IBS. It's not just about gas, it's about how sensitive your gut is. In IBS, the nerves in your gut are more reactive. Even a normal amount of gas can feel like significant painful pressure. Let's look at the first major cause: eating too fast. In our busy lives, we often treat meals like a race. When you gulp down food, you also swallow large amounts of air. This is a condition doctors call aerophagia. That air sits in your stomach, causing immediate bloating before your food even begins to digest properly. The second culprit is simply volume. Overeating places a massive strain on your digestive enzymes and stomach acid. Your stomach is only about the size of two fists. When you push it beyond that, everything in your GI tract slows down. Slow digestion means food sits in your system longer, allowing for more fermentation and, you guessed it, more gas. Then we have specific foods. You've likely heard about beans and broccoli, but there's a whole category of these. These are often referred to as high FODMAP foods. They contain sugars that are particularly difficult for the gut to absorb. And don't forget carbonated drinks. Every bubble in that soda is a tiny pocket of gas you're sending straight to your stomach. What does FODMAP stand for? It's a long medical acronym for fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. Essentially, these are short-chain carbohydrates that the small intestine absorbs poorly, leaving them to ferment in your gut. Garlic and onions are some of the biggest offenders. While they add great flavor, they can be a nightmare for sensitive stomachs. Switching to lower FODMAP options like strawberries, spinach, or carrots can sometimes provide relief within just a few days. Food intolerances are a very common yet often undiagnosed reason for chronic daily bloating. Lactose intolerance is the most famous, where your body lacks the enzyme lactase to break down the sugar in dairy. Undigested food travels to the large intestine, where bacteria feast on it, creating an explosion of gas and fluid. Finally, let's talk about stress. Your gut is often called your second brain because it's lined with millions of neurons. When you're in fight or flight mode, your body diverts blood flow away from digestion to your muscles and heart. This connection happens through the vagus nerve. When you're stressed, this nerve sends signals that can literally freeze your digestion. To counter this, I recommend box breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. It works instantly. By calming your nervous system before a meal, you're setting the stage for optimal bloat-free absorption of your food. Do you recognize these? Frequent bloating, a stomach that feels like a drum, and discomfort that starts shortly after eating? Maybe you also have irregular bowel habits or excessive gas. These are all clues that your digestion needs some support. The first fix is simple but powerful. Slow down. Your stomach doesn't have teeth, your mouth does. Aim to chew every mouthful at least 20 to 30 times. This mechanical breakdown is essential for a bloat-free meal. Second, try smaller meals. Instead of a massive dinner, try having 4 or 5 smaller balanced portions throughout the day. This keeps your digestive fire burning steadily without overwhelming your system's capacity to process food. Third, become your own detective. Keep a food and symptom diary for just 1 week to find your personal triggers. You might find that it's not all dairy, but just certain types of cheese, or specifically when you eat wheat with high fiber veggies. Now, let's talk about your gut bacteria. A healthy microbiome is your best defense against excess gas production. Probiotics are the good bacteria. You can find them in fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and traditionally made sauerkraut. Prebiotics are the fiber that feeds those good bacteria. Think of things like bananas, oats, and even garlic in moderation. While supplements are popular, I always recommend trying to get these through your diet first for the best and most natural results. Fourth, stay hydrated, but be smart about it. Sip water throughout the day to keep things moving through your intestines. However, avoid drinking large amounts of fluid during your meals, as this can dilute the stomach acid you need for digestion. Fifth, manage your stress before you eat. Try taking 3 deep, slow breaths before your first bite to signal safety to your gut. When your nervous system is calm, your digestive muscles can work in their natural, rhythmic harmony. And finally, move. A light 10-minute walk after your largest meal can work wonders for trapped gas. Gentle movement helps stimulate the waves of muscle contractions that push food and gas through your system. For immediate relief, I often recommend ginger. It's a natural prokinetic, meaning it helps speed up stomach emptying. Try a cup of fresh ginger tea about 30 minutes before or after your meal to help soothe the gut lining. Sipping warm water can also help relax the muscles of the GI tract compared to ice-cold drinks, which can cause spasms. Peppermint oil is another great option. It helps to relax the smooth muscles of the intestine, allowing gas to pass through. Also, mind your posture. Avoid lying down on the couch immediately after eating. Stay upright to let gravity aid your digestion. Changing your habits isn't always easy, but consistency is key. Try picking just one of these fixes to focus on for the next 3 days. Once that becomes second nature, add another. Your digestive system is a living organ that adapts to how you treat it. Don't strive for perfection. The 80-20 rule applies here too. If you eat well and mindfully most of the time, your gut can handle the occasional treat. Long-term relief often involves healing the connection between your mind and your gut. Be patient with yourself during this process. While these fixes help most people, it's crucial to know when bloating is a sign of something more serious. If your bloating is accompanied by severe pain, unexplained weight loss, or changes in your bowel habits, please see a doctor. These red flag symptoms require a professional evaluation to rule out underlying medical conditions. If you have a family history of celiac disease or other inflammatory bowel conditions, mention that to your healthcare provider. Remember, you don't have to live with the discomfort of bloating. Most cases are manageable with these simple lifestyle tweaks. Start with just 1 or 2 changes this week, like slowing down your eating, and notice how much better you feel. Healing takes time, but your body is incredibly resilient and wants to be in a state of balance and comfort. I hope this guide helps you reclaim your digestive comfort. If you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of your health. Check out my other videos on gut health and simple wellness tips. Your journey to better health starts here. Follow me on social media for daily health bites and join our community of wellness seekers. I'm Dr. Nauman Qureshi, and I'm honored to be part of your health journey. See you next time. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your nearest qualified healthcare professional for proper diagnosis and treatment based on your condition.